In 2003, Tiger Woods wore a mock turtleneck to a tournament and sent shockwaves to the golf community. In 2025, Jason Day wore a Malbon sweatsuit and the same thing happened. To understand this dress code drama, we need to go back centuries. This is Let's Get Smarter on Design. Today's subject: men's golf clothes. Modern golf's origin starts in 15th century Scotland, where golf clothing started practical. Scottish links courses were exposed coastal terrain with cold temperatures, persistent wind, and the occasional rain. So golfers wore thick tweed jackets and knickerbockers, pants that fastened around the knee, designed to withstand this brutal weather. Golf eventually spread to England in the Victorian Era, largely as an upper-class pursuit. Industrialization had created a new middle class with money and leisure time, and golf clubs started forming rapidly. With the formalization of golf came the codification of rules, membership requirements, and dress codes. The period after World War I saw the relaxation in golf attire. One of the biggest trends was +4s, a baggier knickerbocker that fastened just below the knee and gave you more freedom of movement. They exploded in popularity when Edward VIII, Prince of Wales and an apparent fashion icon, wore them on a 1924 trip to the United States. The 1933 US Open, played during a brutal heatwave, then marked another turning point when players abandoned heavy traditional clothing for lighter alternatives. Then came the now default polo shirt. René Lacoste, a French tennis champion, and yes, the founder of Lacoste, got fed up with the restrictive long-sleeve button-downs you had to wear in tennis. So in 1926, he designed a short-sleeved, lightweight shirt in petit piqué cotton with a soft, unstarched collar and wore it to win the US Open. It was functional, designed for movement, and soon became a staple in tennis wear. The shirt made its way to golf, in part through strategic marketing. In the early 1950s, the American distributors started gifting Lacoste polos to high-profile figures such as JFK, Bing Crosby, and President Dwight Eisenhower. President Eisenhower was particularly influential as his highly publicized golf outings became an unexpected launchpad for the shirt. The polo worked because the collar was an acceptable compromise. It was functional enough for athletic comfort, and formal enough to signal respectability that the traditional sport had expected. Since then, golf's once rigid dress codes have been steadily challenged and redefined by players the likes of Tiger Woods, with his Nike mock turtleneck debut in 2003, and Jason Day, with his fashion clashes between 2024 and 2025 involving a Malbon golf sweater vest and a full gray sweatsuit. Behind these headline-grabbing moments lies a genuine structural shift. The global golf apparel market is projected to hit upwards of $9 billion by the early 2030s, with growth driven by both heritage and streetwear-influenced brands, the likes of Malbon and Manners Golf. The demographic shift is also real, with golf seeing a surge in younger players. What began as functional Scottish tweeds evolved into status markers and now battles over self-expression versus tradition. Today's golfers are increasingly treating dress codes as suggestions rather than commandments, and in doing so, are reshaping the contours of golf style and culture.